Hello there, Aries. How are you? My name is Antoine, and I want to welcome you to your love messages for the first 10 days of August of 2022. Y'all, we are in August already. Can y'all believe it? Time is really, really moving quickly, at least for me. I don't know for you all. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it, Aries. Of course, these messages will be for all placements of Aries, including the Aries lover. All right, if you're in the house, we're going to kick things off using the Golden Soulmate Oracle, which you all know is also combined here with the Golden Twin Flame Oracle. And then we'll clarify around it this time using the Light Seer Oracle this particular time, okay? Keep in mind, Aries, these messages are general, so do not force it if it doesn't fit, okay? What are the energies for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Aries lover, if they're here. What's going on for Aries in love, romance, and relationships? August 1st through 10th, 2022. Let's go ahead and make this the last shuffle. Okay, Aries, so we have hopeful. Okay. And then under the deck, hold on. Okay. We have hopeful and then hold on. You know, Aries, I wouldn't be surprised if many of you are very interested in like making some sort of reconciliation with someone. I definitely feel as though this could be the two of you in separation and you are holding on to this person, hopeful that you'll come back together with this person. Aries, it also could be that if you're, if you are involved with someone, I feel like maybe you guys could be going through maybe a little bit of a spat, maybe a little bit of a disagreement. And it's serious enough, but I do feel like you guys are just hopeful that things will get better here in the long run and in the future. But more strongly, I feel that it may be for those of you who are already in separation, okay? And you're holding on. You're holding on to this person, okay? And we're about to see if this is a good or a bad idea right now, all right? So, of course, we're already at the point now where, if you want to go ahead and continue with this message, then, come on. All right. For those of you who don't, I want to thank you so much for your time. I want to thank you for your time. And please make sure you check out your moon, rising, and Venus as well. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and clarify this energy and see what's going on for you. All right, let's get our last shuffle. Okay, Aries. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, we have the Five of Swords, excuse me. We have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Six of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. Okay, and then under the deck, the Ace of Wands. Excuse me, let me take a sip. Oh, excuse me, you guys. Okay. So we have the Five of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Knight of Cups. And then the Ace of Wands under the deck. So Aries, let me tell you what I feel. For those of you who are feeling like, for those of you who are already in separation, I do get this feeling where the reason why y'all separated was because you felt like things were not being reciprocated. You maybe felt as though you were giving and giving, but they were not giving enough, okay? And it felt like you were the only one having you were the only one like pushing for the success and the longevity of the situation and the relationship, you know. But somewhere in between, or at some point, maybe you got tired of being the one to have to take all the action. You're tired of the one. You were tired of being the one to like make all the gestures. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And so it started to kind of create this imbalance now, where maybe you're feeling a little bit played, or you're feeling a little bit taken advantage of, or you were at the time, and that's why you separated with this person. But underneath it all, there's still a part of you that keeps yourself attached because you're hopeful that that will make this person take action and come forward towards you. But Aries, I'm afraid that I don't know if they're catching on to it. You understand what I'm saying? And for those of you who are already in relationships, I think that you guys may be at this point where it's just like, you know what, I really could separate from this person because I don't feel like I'm getting everything that I should be getting out of them. I feel like I'm the only one trying, you know? And so you may be at a point to where it's just like, I don't know, I think I might have to let that thing go. But there's a part of you that's still holding on, hopeful that they will come around or that some change will be made. For the positive, but from their side as well. Okay. So interesting. It could be one of those ways, whether you're already separated or, like I said, still involved. And if you're still involved, then it's like you're at the point to where you could be really about to separate from this person, but you're still holding on, still holding out, and having hope that things will get better and things will change. So let's go ahead and continue to clarify, Aries. I'm so sorry. Excuse me, y'all. And I feel like I may have kept saying Five of Wands, but I meant to say Five of Swords. So just charge it to my head. All right, let's get this last shuffle. All right, we got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. The Sun. The Five of Cups. Interesting. And then the Nine of Cups here. Under the deck, the High Priestess. Aries, I see you prolonging the inevitable. Like especially for those of you who are still involved with your person, you haven't made you haven't made the move of separation yet. I feel like you're just prolonging the inevitable at this point. Okay, so let me explain a little further. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles to the Sun, I do feel like at some point in the past you identified value in this person, or this person made you feel valued. They made you feel valuable. They made you feel like something. They made, you know what I mean? Um, on both halves, right? It was like the energy of getting involved in this relationship seemed worth it. Okay, and this person seemed honest, and they seemed very upfront or outspoken. Okay, which may have been different than before in other experiences. Now, with that being said, though, I do feel like this person gave you everything up front. Okay, this person gave you everything up front. Either they tried or they did their best to, you know what I mean? You went into this situation knowing full well what it was, you know, and whatever that means to you and to your situation. here on this road from the Sun to the Five of Cups, this is where things start to change and shift because, either this person they just either didn't live up to your expectation, or maybe you were actually, as you got to know them even more, you really got to like see even more things behind the veil with the High Priestess and the Sun, like things, like there were things that that they told you, of course, about themselves, being transparent with you, but then there's also things that you saw with your mind's eye. You know what I'm saying? And you're seeing it now. And with the Five of Swords to the Five of Cups, I don't know if you're just all that attracted to whatever it is that you see. However, I do feel like to the Knight of Cups though, there's many of you who just, like I said, you're not trying to give up. You know what I mean? It's like you're looking at this like, okay, well, is this something petty or is this something for real, for real? You know, like that I can't get over. And the thing is that you want to have success in this relationship, or you wanted to have success in the relationship regardless. Okay. Um, and with the Knight of Cups there, it's like I said earlier, I just feel like some of you, you're waiting for this person to like change and come back to you as a changed person, or you're waiting on this person to, you're in the relationship now waiting and being hopeful and holding on that this person will start to show signs of like reciprocation for certain things. But I just feel like maybe even in the beginning, I don't know, I don't know. You know what? Let me say this. Let me correct myself, and it's okay because I can correct myself. It feels like here. It feels like here you were the one that was like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I need. You were the one that was actually more upfront. Yeah. And I'm not saying that like they're being secretive or anything like that, but it just feels as though, hmm, it feels as though you told them up front what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like, what it is that you're, how you want to make it work. However, it just feels like you've been the only one really trying to make it work. And then like, excuse me, and then like the Nine of Cups here, I can feel like with this Nine of Cups energy on down this road to the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups, I don't know. It feels like the for those of you who are already separated, I think that you're better off just staying separated. You're actually finding more success and self-worth in that, in being single. And if for those of you who are kind of holding out on hope that things will get better, oh no, I'm not going to leave them. Like, well, guess what? They're not going to get better. In fact, you will actually start to grow resentful. Okay, you'll start to grow resentful. Then, all you're really doing is giving them what they want. The Knight of Cups to the the Knight of Cups to the Nine of Cups. You're giving them what they want. Okay, and you're not doing it for you. The nine in this diagonal here, the Nine of Cups, hopeful, the Sun. I think that for many of you, the easiest thing about this is that because you led with transparency in the beginning, about what it is that you want and how you want to be treated, um, you've already set that boundary and you've already set that line, and it's just like you've just been prolonging doing whatever it is that you're going to end up having to do anyway, which is to really back away from this person because it feels like you're the only one trying to put in the work when they're not meeting you halfway. And for many of you with the High Priestess here, I definitely feel like this might be a confirmation message for many of you. Okay, but it's just leave them alone. They're not. It's If you're already separated, you're going to end up still getting what you were getting before. And if you are still together with this person, trying to hold out, thinking that they will change for the better, they won't. and you'll end up giving them all the, you'll end up, they'll be in a good relationship, they'll be happy, right, because you're doing all the things for them, but you'll be resentful of them because they're not reciprocating that. Do you understand? So hopefully that made sense, Aries. I know that was a lot, but if you know, then you know. Okay. um You guys, I want to thank you so much for your time. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for spending it here with me. Like I said, I know this was a thick message, so just thank you so much for staying to the end sometime. And I appreciate you not judging me for correcting myself during this reading, because sometimes you got to do that. Okay. Um, and that's it. All right. Hopefully, I'll see you guys later. Take care, Aries. Bye.